Several of you have asked me the question, what is the number? What is the ideal open enrollment number? Let's make that simple. Look at a picture of a class in a West Geauga school. And the teacher is terrific. And the kids are all dialed in. And they're asking questions and answering questions and asking more. And there is, and the teachers are teaching, and the kids are learning. And there's an enthusiasm and electricity in the room that you can feel. Okay, this is the perfect classroom. Except that out of the corner of your eye, you see a desk and a chair in the third row over by the window. And the chair is empty. And the silence coming from that chair is very loud. That chair is very alone. Now, I'd like you to look out the window with the power of farsight. Look down the road, miles down the road, to another district, in another city, and there's a school there, and in that school a boy. And that boy's been bullied, and he's been shoved down the stairway. And he's at the bottom of the steps.
The person that's talking, I feel like a beaten person at the bottom, at the bottom of the stairways, like a beaten person at the bottom of the stairways.
He's been shoved down the stairway, and he's at the bottom of the steps.
Like a beaten person at the bottom of the stairways. You know, I have a business. Bottom stairways. You know, I have a business.
He's been shoved down the stairway, and he's at the bottom of the steps, all alone. That chair and that class need that boy, and that boy needs that chair. Who are we to say you can't have it? People may not remember what is said here.
Like a beaten person at the bottom of the stairways.
People may not remember what is said here.
Beaten person at the bottom of the stairways. You know, I have a business.
But they'll never forget what we do here with regards to our kids and our neighbors' kids and kids across the street and down the street and on the next street and the next street, because they're all just kids. And it is that simple. Thank you.
Families, those interested in growing business here, have a very artificial and polarized view of this community. There are two views.
Blake.
One that says nobody outside of this community is welcome.
Blake.
The other view is the view from the students that stood outside, 300 around the flagpole today. I hope we have the courage, especially this board, to put aside the emotions, personal agenda, and choose the latter, that demonstrated by our young adults today. Kids will raise.
Kathy Leavenworth, 15306 Hemlock Point Road. Thank you very much for allowing.
I feel that once again the stalling and disorganization of the board is backing us into a corner where a decision has to be made right now, tonight, without having all of the pertinent information and feedback from the community who deserves to have their voices heard. And I'm just very discouraged that this pattern keeps happening. Thank you. And feedback from the community who deserves to have their voices heard. Who deserves to have their voices heard. Who deserves to have their voices heard. And I'm just very discouraged that this pattern keeps happening. Thank you.
Jack, I'm sorry, Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack Leatat, and I'm on 16258 Clarendon Shore Road from Burton, Ohio. I'm an open enrollment student, and here are my thoughts on what's happening. This is not a private school here at West G. This is a public school. It is a school that by definition pertains to the concerns of the people as a whole. Everyone has the right to an education at a public school. Being from outside of the district, I realize that it is a privilege to be a part of the West Geauga School District, and this privilege has by no means been squandered. I'm an open enrollment student, and I know that many of you know that already. But here I am, thanking the school district and the faculty at West Geauga for giving us, the open enrollment students, the opportunity to be a part of West Geauga schools for as long as we have. The school district has been the second home to several hundred students over the years and has been one of the best experiences of my life attending here. I hope that the actions taken by the students today have opened up a new perspective on this issue. Open enrollment isn't simply an economic issue or an educational issue or an issue of oversized classes. For the students of West Geauga, the issue of open enrollment hasn't been any of the above. These open enrollment students, whom you can't tell apart from the district students, are tied to the district. We have been bound for years to the school district by the love of the educational environment, love for the friendships forged between the students and the faculty, and the love for the community around the school. Ending open enrollment for the years to come would unnecessarily destroy and devastate all the attachments between the in and out of district students. It would be an abominable shame to lose such a significant part of the best, most supporting student bodies in the area. Board members, I ask you, please vote yes on open enrollment. The decision made today will not affect me directly, for I'm a senior and I'm graduating in June, but it will drastically change the lives of hundreds of aspiring students forever. I want these students, my closest of friends, to have the same opportunity that I've had, the opportunity to flourish at West Geauga schools. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Taylor Thornton. I live at 4812 Lindsay Lane, Richmond Heights, Ohio, and I am an open enrollment student. I stand before you all simply to admire some people and the hard work that they put in towards keeping this cause alive. At times, this has felt like an uphill battle, but many times throughout this battle, we've all felt discouraged and other times uplifted. So I'd just like to thank everyone who listened, everyone who spoke, and everyone who fueled our fire. Without everyone, we wouldn't be here today. There are a few instances where people can truly say they've been united under one cause, and many of us in this room can. We have formed a union, one where the bonds are too strong to break, and if there's one thing that we can take away from tonight, it's just that. If we put our minds and energy towards a cause, we ultimately produce something beautiful. I end this short speech in the words of Dan Ketch. Let us rise above this nonsense. Let us be persuaded by facts, not opinions. And let us lift up into a unified moral standards so that all children may learn, and to make a better world and safer world, one student at a time.